Yo, yo, what's good? So, I'm gonna give y'all my DyaDia build. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nice. I'm nice on her. I know I had a video where I was like, oh, she's no Ming, she's no Dolia. Yeah, because she's way, way, way better. She's probably the most broken character in the game right now. She's definitely probably the best character in the game. I'll be 100% honest with you. I know she's going to get banned a lot. She'll probably get banned just as much as Argon. They'll probably be the two that people ban pretty much every game because it's starting to pick up now with the ban rate on her. But if you do happen to get a chance to run her, I'm telling you, she is insane. She definitely will be probably close up to my main right under Marco Polo. I know Marco my guy, so I still can't let her just replace him. But she moved above everybody else. Like, I love this chick, man. So here let's look at the real quick recommended builds. So y'all can see they builds. Burstmon. Okay. So you can look at there and see. They got the one copy, but I don't use that one, so I don't really care. I hate when it does this. Like, why does it keep doing this little whatever? So you can look and see all their builds. Similar picks, but nothing's really the exact same for the most part. Everybody's pretty much running the same Arcana tree, it seems. So pretty much my build is very different from all of theirs. And here we go. Off top, first thing I'm running is Guardian Starspring. You can run either the DPS one or the survivability one. I usually run the DPS one. I just wanted to try the survivability one, so I literally just switched it, but most of the time I run the DPS one. Either one is fine. Then next, we're going to go to the boots. The boots, you can run any of the boots besides boots of dexterity. Boots of dexterity, I don't really think is valuable on her unless you're going to be like off laning, basically making her like a laner, like a mid lane or a farm lane. Then I don't think boots of dexterity is even worth getting. All the other ones, actually, you could probably use on her, even the physical resistance, just to be a little bit more tankier. So all the other boots I feel like you could use on her, but I personally use boots of deafness just to have some speed when I'm running around the field to get to teammates faster. Next, breakthrough robe. The reason I'm using breakthrough robe, because of course you're a roamer, so you're going to stack into a lot. You're going to have a lot of health. If you're going to have a lot of health, just to get some extra, just to get a little bit of extra damage and pierce, which is going to increase your damage, basically. I chose break the robe, grants magic equal to 4% of your health up to 100. Grants 7% extra magic for magical pierce up to 175 for 7% of your health. So in my mind, what's the best bang for your buck? Because again, after that, I'm going to be pretty much stacking into health. Anyways, this is probably the only one I say you can switch out because it's not giving you any health, but it's giving you the cooldown and it's giving your teammates a shield, which I'm cool with giving my teammates a shield. That's why I run Dawn's Light. I mean, technically, you can't switch it out with Overlord's Plate Mail. No, you can switch it out also with Frozen Breath, Succubus Cloak, Ardent, and you can switch out Venomous Staff, or you can even switch it out with Holy Grail. Like, to be honest with you, any of those are valuable to switch it out with. You don't necessarily have to run that one. I just run that one more so for my teammates. And then after that, we are running Omnious Premonition for the course because you are targeted super, 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 super heavy on her. I'm talking about they are targeting your ass. So if they're going to be doing that, you might as well get a little bit of slow out of their speed. You might as well slow their speed down and their attacks. So their attack speed and their movement speed down. They're going to be attacking you anyway. It allows your teammates to catch up. Also allows you to get away if situations get too sticky. That one I pretty much keep on the bar at all times. I don't really switch that one out at all. And then Frigid Charge, which I put Frigid Charge with a lot of different stuff. I have it here personally right now because the way I do it is every 4 to 7 seconds. I say 5. I just put it at 5. So every 5 seconds, she's gonna jump in, she's gonna swing in and hit him and then jump back. When she does that, if I have that at the time, if I have Frigid Charge, when she jumps in, I'll hit it right there to basically stun them a little bit because we're usually attacking them. So it's like a 0.5 stun, if I'm not mistaken. What is it? Stun duration. Stuns them for 0.5 seconds, then it slows them for 1 second. So it stuns them, then it slows you. So that right there alone usually allows you to wrap up for your teammates to get in and get the kill. or for you to get out the situation if it gets too sticky. So it's also an escape and a defense measure. It's also an escape, defense measure, and an attack measure if you want to use it. Either way, it can be offense or defense, but you can rotate that out with Overlord's Plate Mail, Venomous Staff, Holy Grail. Most of the time when I do rotate it out, I usually use Overlord's Plate Mail or I use Holy Grail. Those are usually the two I rotate that one out with. And then on the back bar, you have all these. Now, the reason why I have all these on the back bar is because depending on your team and the situation, you can also run. It's like a mini burst slow build. Basically, how I want to say it's not like a super big burst slow build, but it will keep them slowed and it'll allow you to do a little bit of burst damage. So the other build that you can run, this will be a double build video. So the other build you can run in between it would be, so you switch this out. Take this, switch it with this. Take Frigid Charge, put Frigid Charge already on the bar. Cool, switch that with that. And then for the last one, I would go with this. And this would be the setup that I will run for a little bit of a mini burst damage slow. And the reason why I say that is because, okay, so the way it's set up, come on. I don't know why it's doing that, but that's super annoying. So the way it's set up is your skills deal extra 120 to 400 damage to enemy targets that would have reduced movement speed. The proc on that and the cooldown on that is 5 seconds. Okay. So when skills hit, reduce the movement speed right away for 2 seconds. For 20 by 2 seconds. So if I'm reducing movement speed by 20, it's 2 seconds. That's it right there. So then you got 3 more second cooldown. After that 3 second cooldown, you can now hit her skill. You can, they're probably going to attack you, which then if they're attacking you, now their movement speed is decreased again. So you're still having the damage burst right back up on them. And then you can swing in with Frigid Charge at the very end of that, because Frigid Charge also slows them by 1%, by 50% for 1 second. So literally you can have probably a good like 3 seconds of increased damage, which I know it's like 3 seconds, but the 3 seconds in here and that's it. So, and then of course you just have this on the end for the extra damage, the extra pierce for having the health build. So that's just another little mini build you can run inside of this build, which is why I run those on there. Again, that's just how I personally run it. Now the build, I'll go back to my original build and I'll put the stuff in that I do use and tell you what stuff I do rotate out and stuff like that. Give me 1 second. All right. So I will use Venomous Staff if there's a Cayenne, a Yari. Who else is a big healer? If there's Ming, I'll use it too. Even though Ming, to me, it seems to be her weakness, her crutch. Because when I play against a Ming on her, it is a hard time. And then when I have Ming versus her, it's a hard time for the person using her. So I think Ming might be her little weakness or so, you could say. Not 100% sure, but pretty much that's the build I run when I'm running with her. I don't really run too much other stuff on her. So like I say, she's super overpowered. We'll go to Arcana Tree real fast so you can see. Like I say, everybody else is running the same Arcana Tree, so here you can look at theirs real fast. Yeah, this is super annoying. I'm going to have to log out after this and re-log in, I think. I think that's what's going on. So this is the Arcana Tree. Physical defense, 23. Max health plus 1,100. You can round up to 1,200 if you want. I say 11 still, but you can round up to 1,200 if you want. Movement speed, 4%. Health every 5 seconds plus 52. Attack speed plus 10%. And cooldown is 6%. All right, and then here's my Arcana Tree versus theirs. Magic attack, plus 7.2. Physical defense, 28.4. Magical defense, 5.4. Health is 900. You can say 1,000, but you can put up under 900. Movement speed, 4%. Health recovery, 52. Attack speed, 10%, and cooldown is 6.3%. Now, to be honest with you, you can get a much higher cooldown if you switch out and do it the way. Putting the stuff that I put in, you can get a much higher cooldown, but for now, that's fine. So here's what we're running inside of it. We're running 10 harmony for the health, max movement speed, and health recovery. Then inside of here, this is where we switch up pretty much. That's what a little switch up is. Aside from here, everything is going to be the same. So I'll even show you the other side. On the other side, it's running 10 Fate, 10 Harmony, and then it's 3 Tribute, 2 Reverberation, and 5 Void. Now, the one that's giving me my cooldown to give me a little bit more is the Tribute, because it gives you 0.7 versus the 0.6, which is why mine has increased a little bit. So, but I like the physical defense to have always. So pretty much I always like to have some sort of magical defense and physical defense add buffs to what I already have on me. And then for the last final thing, common skill. With her, you can honestly run Sprint. I would recommend Sprint not be one that you do run. You could run Flash. Again, with her, I personally think Flash is a waste only because she can get around the map so easy and so fast with attaching to teammates and things like that. So you could run Flash. It would help in some sticky situations, but I feel like you could use better common skills instead of that. Execute will probably be a really, really, really good one on her, especially when people that have low health and you come in and execute them. I personally believe. I wouldn't say Frenzy is a good one for her to use at all. Purify could be good because, of course, Purify is going to allow you to not get remove all the debuffs and crowd controls, and you're going to get CC'd a lot on her because people are going to be super targeting you. I haven't used Prism Spirit yet on any of my builds. I have it set up on a Marco Polo, but I haven't been using them lately, so I haven't got to use it. You could probably use Intimidate, but I wouldn't say I think Intimidate's a waste also on her. So that's pretty much it. I say the best in slot will be the heal just for your teammates. And then, hey, that's the build, man. I'll give y'all, just so y'all can see, like when I say I literally haven't been playing on anybody else really besides her until as of recently when she started getting banned. That's when I stopped playing on and started playing on some other people. So here you can see my thing with the, come on. So this is these last 3 games she's been banned. Before that is, look, pretty much just been playing on her. Like every now and then I'll get stuck in another lane playing somebody else, but I pretty much just been playing her since she's come out. And you can look and see the builds are exactly the same build I just gave you. Like some of them I don't even get a chance for the build to come along. I've run Lifesteal on her one time. I'm making a Lifesteal build with her to see how it works out because her skill 2 and her skill 3 also proc Lifesteal, which is kind of interesting. So I put together one of those type of builds to see how that works. But aside from that, that's the build, man. She's super OP. She's going to be banned a lot. So if you can use her, use her. If you can't, she's pretty much going to be like Argon. She's not going to be used. And then I looked at some of the stuff. I don't feel like her and Argon are in a relationship. Like I seen somebody saying like, oh, Argon's girlfriend's coming into the game. It says that they hate each other pretty much. Like she's a super annoying subordinate and he's super strict. Like they could like each other, but it seems like they don't. So I don't know, but she's super OP. Hey, man, I catch y'all in the next one. Deuce.